Welcome back to another episode of the You Weren't There podcast. I'm, of course, your host at Mia Was Here. We got my boy Chaz with me, and of course, a very, very, very special guest today. I'm so happy to have this guy with me today, man. Like a legend, a legacy beyond measure in the city. And you know what the truth is? Not everybody can rap. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of y'all where like you got the marketing, you got the buzz, you got the followers, you got the outfits, but you don't have the talent. And that's the truth. And I ain't pointing no fingers, but you know who you are. So it's good to have somebody up here who I respect, who was coming up, OG when I was doing it, man. You know, y'all know I'm retired, you know what I'm saying? But I have so much respect for this guy, man. Tokyo, introduce yourself, give us your socials, man, and let's get started.
Yo, I appreciate all that. Y'all already know it's Tokyo Crow, man. It's a pleasure to be here. Tokyo Crow on the IG. This is Tokyo Crow on X, formerly known as Twitter. But yeah, that's all the socials for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't really dab into the TikTok.
You know TikTok yet?
Nah. I'm on there, but
you better get focused.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on there, but you know what I'm saying? But I do have one, so it's Tokyo Crow for that, Twitch, Tokyo Crow 1, you know, yeah.
That's what we like, Chaz.
Yo, what's going on? Chaz DL, I'm back. We about to have a great conversation, but you said you retired, right? Which is true.
Don't start.
I
already know where you're going with this. I don't want to talk about it. I already know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this.
All right,
one song is not a new career mate.
Okay, all right.
Let's say that. Just one joint for a good friend of mine.
Okay.
Let it go.
All right, touche. All
right.
Yeah.
Ty Rellington. We Are Not the Same Part 2. That's going to be out soon. Everybody know that's my brother. Everybody know that I respect Ty Rellington's work as a producer, as a creative. That's going to be out soon. But I'm not back, so don't get confused.
It's all good.
You know what I mean? Tokyo, you've been in this thing a long, long time, man. Like, I was looking at some videos this week from like 11, 12 years ago, and you started really way before then. So, like, let me kind of get, like, and take as long as you need to, but let me kind of get your journey, where it all began, you know, kind of like where you feel like your influence lies as far as this area, and then why you kind of slowed down.
Well, it all started, we kids, so I'm from Northeast, Riggs Park. Me and my men, we used to just like rap on the broomsticks. Like, everybody say that shit. Like we did that shit for real too. Mm-hmm. Like the little mini mic, put it on the broom, go on the computer, press record. We just all in there freestyling and shit. But we was just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? And it was like the best out of everybody. Like my men could do their thing. You know what I'm saying? They could rap, but it was like, sometimes even like back then you could just tell, but like, all right, nah, nigga, you all right.
You got it.
Like, what's up? You good, nigga, what's up? But like we was listening to Project Pat, like we was talking about earlier. Right. We was listening to Pat, we was listening to BG, Soulja Slim, you know what I'm saying? So we just took that. So I used to rap like Pat. I used to sound like Pat. I used to hatar. But it was a little bit different. It was like my version of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we was like 12, 13 doing that shit. So it's like I didn't fully take it serious until about I was like 18. Cause coming from where we from, it was like go-go was the thing.
Yeah.
So rap wasn't like
for a long time.
Yeah.
I would say until really recently.
Yeah, no, facts. Yeah. I mean, go-go still got its, you know what I'm saying? I still go to the go-go. I'm in a go-go band now, so you know what I'm saying? But
we'll talk about that too.
Yeah. But it was just like I was like, man, rap ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get all the girls, nigga. You gotta be in a go-go band. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in a go-go band. Fuck that.
You definitely won't get no bitches as a rapper.
The go-go band's where it started. You want to be a rapper in the go-go band.
In the go-go band.
You had to be in the go-go.
But then they start, like, in the go-go's, they would have, like, the artists who was, like, rapping. But it was, like, nobody wanted to hear it. But, like, them niggas was cranking. Like, I used to sit there and listen, like Garvey and them. They used to be at the go-go Jones. Like, Garvey, Get Ready, motherfucking, Fast, the big fella,
Yeah,
Booby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The Oi boys and all that. They like I used to see them in the Go-Go's, but they was rapping at the halftime joint. I'm like, these niggas is cranking.
History lesson right
You
there.
know what I'm saying? So like also all through high school, it was just like straight Go-Go for real though. But then after high school, it was just like I mean, I was still rapping and shit, but it wasn't like I didn't give a fuck for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
But it was like after high school, it was like, all right, we're still doing the Go-Go a little bit, but now let me transition over to the rap shit. So I met my man 3D Beats, just like my little brother.
Shout out to 3DB.
You know what I'm saying? I met him, and that was it right there. You know what I'm saying? And after that, it was straight go mode. So around like 19, when I got around 19, 20, we was jamming. You know what I'm saying? Like we was outside all the open mics. I ain't give a fuck where it was at. That's where I got to meet all the ones that I just said about the Go-Go, the Goretti, the Garveys, Booby. Like we see each other still to this day as just like respect. They know me. I'm the young nigga. They was the OGs, but I always showed them respect. And like we never came across each other wrong. No issues, no nothing. We just like it was always a respect factor. You know what I'm saying? They fucked with me. I fucked with them. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have got to do music with them for real. Like I should have. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like one of the moments where like, nah, this little nigga, he cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm fucking with the old head niggas. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it went. But Pat was the like initiator for my wanting to be a rapper.
Okay.
Project Pat. Yeah.
When you look back at like kind of like the history of your career up to this point, right? What are you proudest of? Like, what do you feel like you did that nobody else did, or that you did that like at that time, like it made you feel like,
Man,
this is what it should feel like?
So it was just like all them Fillmores and the Howard Theaters and all that shit. Like when I met Yank, Uncle Yank, rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace, Uncle Yank.
You know what I'm saying? Like he opened that door, like, cause I was doing everything myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I met Yank, he was like, nigga, I'm fucking with you. I was like the first artist that he actually fuck with. Like he would tell people this all the time. Like he would introduce me to different people. You know what I'm saying? Different DJs like Gemini and Gifted Son and all them. Like he introduced me to all them and was like, yeah, it's Tokyo Crow, blase blase. He's a dope artist. I used to go on his show, his podcast show and shit.
Yeah.
Go on there all the time, rap, do all this shit. But he opened that door and was like, look, man, I'm going to introduce you to this cat. And we and him doing these shows, it was like Fillmore, boom. So like I did like the second one. I think Authentic headline the joint. It was Authentic and Booby headline the joint. It was me. I remember it like a motherfucker. It was Authentic, Booby. They was the headliners. Ethan Spalding performed. I performed. Somebody else performed. I can't. Was it Garvey? I don't think it was Garvey. It was somebody else. It was somebody else. But that was my first Fillmore, and I'm like, damn, I'm at the fucking Fillmore, nigga, like that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then the next one after that, he was like, all right, nigga, you ready for another one? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, boom, another Fillmore. I'm like, nigga, I'm doing the Fillmore. I'm selling tickets, like I'm selling motherfucking hundreds of tickets. Like niggas want to see me at this, and I'm like, shit, nigga, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Nigga, this is the life. You know what I'm saying? Then I started doing the Howard Theater. Then I headlined the Fillmore, and I'm like, nigga, I headlined the Fillmore as an independent artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because ain't too many people done did that.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like as an independent artist coming from the city or something like that.
Facts.
Nobody has done it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Nah, facts. I definitely remember them Fillmore days. I would say that was a peak for me too. It was definitely the Fillmore. And I think like as a girl, it felt so different because I was on a stage where it was only men. There were no other women on that particular.
You was cranking like a motherfucker, son.
And it felt good. And I was smoking y'all niggas. Like if any of y'all niggas
100%.
I was smoking you niggas. Like,
Nah.
I mean, not even close. Like, I sold more tickets than y'all niggas, had a live band, a better show than y'all niggas,
Nah,
better
facts.
performing than y'all niggas, and I already rap better than y'all niggas. That was the
Nah.
time, boy, I tell you.
You
But
was
the Fillmore really,
you
like,
was
because you felt
definitely
like, nah,
IT.
Larry June do the Fillmore. Like,
Yeah.
J. Cole did the Fillmore. Wale do the Fillmore. Like, it matters to have those
Right.
moments in your career. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and I feel like I miss those days where, like, the independent artists of this area like got the opportunity to do that, to sell tickets, to be able to like generate revenue off of that, and to have those platforms. But the landscape has changed so much, and we
Right.
talk about that all the time, right?
Because it's the internet. We had the
So
internet, but we couldn't
we
play
had
the
to be
internet.
outside though.
Yeah, we couldn't play the internet how everybody else plays the internet
Yeah,
right now. Like you still had to, nigga. I got these tickets. I'm
Gotta go.
doing this. I'm doing this.
because
I'm
even if
doing
you was
this.
Flyers
big
on the
on the internet
cars.
at that time, if you wasn't outside, it just wasn't as relevant.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
it was
It
very
was
different.
15-second videos.
Yeah,
When we
for
was doing
sure.
shit.
For
Nigga, we
sure.
on there
It
for
was
15
15
seconds.
seconds back
We
then.
on IG for 15 seconds,
Yeah.
my
You get a
nigga.
little
Like,
freestyle and then you gotta
yeah,
get
you
it
gotta
out
get
of
the fuck
there.
out of there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it's like they did it from Vine. Vine was 6 seconds, so IG was like, boom, I'm gonna give y'all 15.
Fact.
It was used for drops back then.
Yeah.
You just use IG for drops.
Yeah.
We
Exactly.
gonna be here
And it
such
worked.
time.
Yeah,
Like,
nah,
it worked. I
facts.
remember I did like a 15-second little freestyle. Hustle Simmons ended up seeing it. Kato Got Wings reached out to me after that and had me writing after that. Like,
Nah, facts.
there were opportunities that came as a result of that. But I think I started getting a couple dollars a little earlier. I was like, this music shit bullshit. Like, I'm out of here, baby. Like, for real. Like, I really feel that way because I really think about, like, I was watching an interview that you did a couple of years ago. And now the interviewer, I want to say it was like DMV affiliate.
Yeah.
And great interview, by the way. Shout out to DMV affiliates.
Shit,
That was
I'm
a
my man.
fantastic interview.
Definitely.
From a content perspective, as well as like, you know, like what you were able to like give to make that interesting.
Right.
But I remember he asked you, like, if you had the opportunity to get a major label deal, would you take it? And at that time you said yes. Do you still feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
For real? Why?
Yeah, fuck
What's your
yeah.
rationale?
Cause
Because you know I'm a counter.
yeah, nah. I respect that, but I ain't gonna lie. Everybody needs help. I don't give a fuck who.
So
you
you
are.
talking about like the machine.
Yeah, everybody needs it. Everybody needs it. I don't give a fuck who you are, because you're gonna use their distribution.
That's true.
It's the same shit. Like you could be an independent artist all you want to, but that distribution gonna say their name on that motherfucker. Whether you paying them for it or not, but their name is on that motherfucker. So they're still some way gonna promote that motherfucker because their name is their brand.
Facts.
They're gonna do something.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like regardless, but I would definitely still take it. Fuck yeah.
You would still
What?
take a major deal?
In a heartbeat. I wouldn't. How much? Oh, and it's a 360. Cool. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get y'all money back. I'm gonna buy myself out. Now I'm an independent artist. Now I'm a fully independent artist. I got my buzz. I got my core fan base. It is what it is. It might not be that easy, but majority of the people that did it, like Money Man and all them niggas, they bought out their contract. But they used that machine to get them their name up. And them niggas all just fucking with them. They got their core fan base that them niggas is fucking with. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean,
Facts.
that little buzz gets you that major buzz. You know what I'm saying? From the major label. So yeah, I'm still gonna take that shit.
We can talk about it, right? Because like we was all out there. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
and we all wanted that kind of opportunity, especially then. Right?
Yeah.
I think my understanding of money is so different now, though.
Nah, I feel,
Right? I mean, that's why I went back to school, right?
yeah, nah, I feel that.
And so I think I was watching like a documentary on like Rick James, right? And he was talking about he went in for a meeting with the president of Motown, right? The first album that he gave Motown, I think it was Street Songs, he got like 30 million, right, off tour for the album. The
Right.
second one he got like 14. But every time he went in to drop an album off, they gave him $1 million, right? He gave him an album, he gave him the tapes, they gave him $1 million.
Right.
And he looked at not just like the revenue of what he lost on tour, but the fact that like he got $1 million up front, right? Which we would now call in advance for like what he produced for those albums, right? And he was like, you need to push my records. Like, push my records. He jumped on the table, did a line of coke off the table, put his dick in the president of Motown's face, and it was like, you need to push these records, because he saw the difference, right? It's like literally like his revenue dropped by half, right, between two albums. And after he disrespected the president of Motown that way, he looked at one of Rick's friends and said, Lionel Richie. And that was the end of Rick's career. So, my counter, right? I say this all the time, right? So for me, I think music, more than anything else, right? More than money, right? The art of it just helped me find my voice as a person, right? And I love it forever because of that.
Right.
From a revenue standpoint, though, right? I got some opportunities a little earlier than I maybe had planned to write some music. Some of it made albums and some of it didn't, but I got paid regardless, right? And then the other side of that was I got a chance to do like commercials and cartoons. That was where I found money.
Right.
Because I'm like, you putting out, so like, case in point, Ty and I, we put out Dirty Gospel, which got like 350,000 downloads, right?
Right.
Unheard of for something happening in this area,
Right.
With or without any promotion, no backing, just people fucking with it, right?
Yeah.
I made like $400-500 off that jump, right?
Yeah, and that's it.
Contrarily,
Yeah.
my first commercial, I did an hour worth of work and I made $5,000. That was my first commercial.
Right.
And then as those commercials came in, a lot of the jingle writers, right, that's in there, they don't look like us. So a lot of this shit is off beat. A lot of this shit is off key. A lot of this shit is off pitch. You're going to have to pay me and give me rights in order for me to rewrite this. Right? Because now I'm doing his job. Right. Once I figured that out, because that first commercial, I got $5,000, but that commercial played, I know 100,000 times. All I got was that little $5,000. I ain't own no rights to it. I ain't own no right to my voice in that situation. Like, I made 5,000 and that was it. It was Pusha writing the I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Right? You get that one little check and that's it. But once you learn like what your rights are when you write in this, right, you get residuals. Now I get a check every Christmas, no matter what happens. Right. So like, I think when I learned that side of the business, that there are people using their voice that are making money quickly, consistently, and efficiently. I realized like, no, this major shit is bullshit. Because even if I have a major pushing me, right? You get, let's say, best case. And mind you, this is best case. The Russell, they offered him 15,000 in comparison to what I'm about to say, right? Initially. And then 750,000 after he noticed the correction and then he didn't take the deal, right? But let's say at best you get $1 million advance, right? And a push from a major label, which is really what you want, right? You really want the push from the label.
Yeah, that's what most.
The machine behind Drake is such that even though he's corny as shit now, clearly, obviously, and to any real motherfucker on the planet, even though this nigga's corny as shit got annihilated in exactly the form of rap that he swore could never happen, right? Nokia is going crazy. And I like that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get on here and tell no lies, baby. I don't do it. That Nokia thing was ringing in the car when we was on the way up here. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you see making that face. That's why. Yeah, I ain't telling no lies. That thing was ringing. I paid about 3 times in the car.
That's crazy.
Who's calling my phone? I feel it, right?
That's crazy.
And that's what a machine can do for you if you're able to like amass that kind of core following, right? But I think what we saw in Drake's core following is unlike anything we've ever seen, which is why it's so big now, why it feels so untouchable, right? Even though you corny as shit, it's so untouchable because that core following was so big, so rapid, so immediate, and so important to everything else that happened, right? And that core black following that makes everything cool is all that you need to move into all those other spaces. Those are the realities of it, right? But there's a reason why he had a little more crossover appeal, right? We don't gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? Real motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He's not like us though. You know what I'm saying?
He's not like us.
But if you're able to get,
I was a fan of Drake.
a Drake stan. Really, I really hate that.
I still am. I said I'm
You
not
still a
going.
Drake stan or a fan?
No, not
a fan.
I was never a stan.
Slow.
Fan. See,
I
that's
was
the
never a
difference,
stan.
right? I think that's why I feel so differently about it because I was like a stan, and now it's just like, nah, like you know what I'm saying?
I fuck with you. I fuck with Dre.
Keep making me
I'm not
dance,
going
wave my hands.
Yeah, I'm not going to disrespect the man's talent. You know,
No
what I'm saying?
question.
And the man is
Because
he's talented as fuck.
no matter how you feel about him writing those records or not writing those records, nobody could perform them that way.
Nah.
I heard them Quentin Miller references. They was ass.
Nah,
like,
facts.
let's not like play games about that.
Yeah.
I heard all those Quentin Miller references. That boy ass. He's not a spitter.
Yeah, nah.
And some people are just meant to write those records,
And
to produce
just-
those records, to create those records, and maybe give them to somebody else. But
That's-
he would
that's
have
life.
never been Drake.
Nah,
if he
fuck.
came out with Rico or any of the stuff on,
And his
if you're
motherfucking
reading
his little mixtape was ass.
yeah, the
You know
mixtape
what
was
I'm saying?
ass. He
His
not a
little mixtape was
spitter.
ass.
Some niggas are just meant to write things, and that's
Yeah.
fine, right?
Drake.
But at best,
Can you learn that to be a spitter? Because that develops too.
I think you can develop certain parts of it.
Because the machine
think you can
do
get
too.
better at it.
A machine do give.
Beyonce
us
didn't
something.
sound like
I
she-
know you because
Beyonce, Destiny's Child Beyonce did not sound the way that she sounds now. Yeah, you can grow
so
up.
if I-
yeah,
as
no,
a
you grow-
machine,
you
if
grow
I
with
hone
that.
in on you,
But I think you need a
Yeah.
gift.
if I hone in on you,
Yeah.
as a machine, because for the longest, majors always they told you in your face, you don't have to be talented. We can make a star.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
I
that's a
can.
fact.
So you don't.
As long
really,
as you got the look,
you got the look. I can give
And
you.
the it factor as a whole.
it got to be an it factor.
Yeah,
you gotta
I
have.
don't want to say like just a look.
You gotta
because
have
I
that-
think
you gotta have that aura.
Rick Ross has an it factor. He's one of the ugliest niggas on the market. So like, we don't want to just say the look. You
It's
know
just
what I'm
an
saying?
aura.
Like,
I
we need to
can make
hone in on
Yeah,
what that
it's
means.
that
So
aura.
you really
It's
got-
that aura of
It's
it.
a vibe thing. It's an aura thing. Like you need that.
So you got to
I
break
agree.
down. You got to break down what they mean. I can make a star.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, so that being the case, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't necessarily need talent, right? You just need the thing that they think you need in order to
Right.
get major backing, right? You get $1 million advance, boom,
Mm-hmm.
right? And let's say you have a huge tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your tour makes $20 million, right?
Right.
So now you're 21 million up, right? Off break. The label is such that no matter how much you make, I think that's what people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how much money you make. The books are adjusted for the inflation of your career.
Yeah, no.
So if you make $21 million, including $1 million advance, right? The million of which is on a 26% interest rate. And then you make, so really you've already lost that $1 million based on 20%.
Yeah, no, fact.
Right? So you've made $20 million on a tour, right? But now you got to pay lighting. Right? Did you do your research on how much that lighting team cost?
Yeah, no.
Or did you trust the
Most
label to
people
amass that?
don't.
That's what I'm saying. And see,
Yeah.
this is the difference, right? When I stopped doing rap, I took my ass back to school. I have an accounting degree. So there's a reason why I talk about the
Right.
money aspect of it. a lot,
Right.
Because I understand the money aspect of it different. When you begin to amortize those numbers, right? A label has like a fluctuating flow chart of what these things cost industry wide, right? But on Drake's tour, label might be saying that the lighting is 10 million, right? Because he's huge,
Right.
right? Your tour, you might get a lesser number or you might get the same thing as Drake. It depends on how much they're looking to take from you.
Right.
My point is that I think there's nothing wrong with a major label deal. There's nothing wrong with the push. And I've seen so many artists take that, Kendrick, and become amazing in lieu of everything going on with the label.
Right.
But even Kendrick left his deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think like being a star doesn't save you if you don't understand the way the money.
Yeah, you
behind
gotta
it
know.
all
You gotta know. You gotta know what you're doing.
Because you
it's too
paying
many- it's too
legal
many movies
fees.
out here that
Yeah,
tell you this
like-
shit.
Yeah. But you know what? The reality is that niggas don't care and niggas don't really read the like language of those contracts. Cause it's not enough to have, and I've said this before, right? Niggas are going, if you smart, you go in there with a lawyer. But what kind of lawyer? An entertainment lawyer? Well, an entertainment lawyer does not cover music
nah.
law
Nope.
or legalese.
Nah.
So you have an entertainment lawyer because you didn't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really, you needed a music lawyer.
Right.
Because a lawyer who covers entertainment, that might be television and film.
That's
the
yeah,
legalese
that's
in those
it's
contracts.
entertainment. Is
Yeah,
not-
exactly.
It doesn't.
And they
it
might know a
doesn't
little
fall
bit
in
about
that-
music.
Yeah, it doesn't
but
fall
it
in that
depends on how
specific
deep
category.
you're trying to get
Yeah.
and like the level of your contract.
But then see, the sad part is too. That part is rigged too. Dave Chappelle spoke
Yeah.
on it. So if you really want to do it, I always used to ask artists before working with them. No, honestly, Do you want the fame or money? Because it's a difference. You want
It
fame or
is.
money?
It's
what I'm saying?
super different.
So
You
it's a
may not
difference.
get both.
You may,
May not get
especially in the
both.
beginning. Hell no. You want fame or money? You pick one.
And even if you get money, did you get what you deserved? Drake signed a $400 million record deal. What does that mean? He's making the label. That means that he's making $2 billion.
Yeah,
He got 400 million of 2 billion. It's not enough
yeah. No.
when it all happens because of me.
But you know, it's so crazy that the nigga don't give a fuck because you got other shit around it that you're getting money from.
That's true.
You know, you got your
At
sponsorships.
that level.
Yeah, at
But that
level.
doesn't happen for everybody. I feel like
But
that's
in certain
you know what I'm
in
saying?
certain cases it could though.
It
That's
could.
what. But that's where people be bullshitting on doing the commercials.
Yeah.
And all that shit. You got niggas like I was watching. Who was it? You got Big X the Plug on the fucking FanDuel commercial
Facts.
or some shit like that.
So-
I'm like, he getting some money from that.
Facts.
Like it ain't just.
And I
you
love
know
that.
What I'm saying?
But sometimes
In
it be
a
a
way.
nigga pride too.
He getting a
Because
little
you
bit
just
of
you
change.
said 360 meaning every. So when I read we got a contract. Anything your name is attached to is mine. So yeah, if you're on this
Depends.
commercial, that's
And
me.
Diddy pulled that with Dirty Money, right?
Yeah.
After Don left that group, Don Riches,
But
he
that-
didn't own Don Riches anymore.
You don't own
But
your
that-
name
but they-
in perpetuity throughout the
perpetuity.
universe.
But
Throughout the
in that
universe,
case,
in every
but
scenario,
we
whatever.
all know this. We all know this. Nobody
Do
else
we
did.
know?
Oh, yeah, no. The people that know. All right,
Okay.
so I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
you're
you
right.
clarified.
You're right. You're right. But like for the people out there who will see this, you don't own your fucking name.
Facts.
If anything with any
Or your
label,
voice, depending
if
on what
anything
you're
with any label, you do not own your name.
Nope.
Shaq Lizzy proved that. He didn't own Shaq Lizzy. What's my man name who owned 300?
Leo, yeah.
Leon. He bought that nigga name.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, bet you want to
Diddy done it 100
leave. You want to
times.
leave
Learned
us?
from Leo Cohen.
Yeah.
That Shaq Lizzy name is mine. I think he got it back.
Yeah, he got
Oh,
it back
I-
eventually.
yeah,
That's why he
but-
went by Hefe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but that's why they changed their name.
Yeah, that's why he changed his name because it's like, nigga, like you know your name, like you got to know these things. Like it was a point. It's like I own my name. I own Tokyo Crow.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like I did that years ago.
I own
You know
Peter
what I'm
Bear.
saying?
I realized it was a band with the same name. I took rights to that. And
Yeah, you got to.
I bought the royalties up under him.
Yeah.
I learned that
You
later.
got to.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying? But I mean, you gotta know though. But that's really like what I mean when I say you weren't there. Like, what conversations are you having? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When you say you want these things,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like, what do you know in relation to these things that's gonna make sure you don't get taken in these situations? Because that was happening on a smaller scale when we were, you know what I'm saying, when we was back then too. We ain't gonna say no names, you know what I'm saying, because we ain't gonna vilify nobody. We don't do that here. But there were groups of people charging artists $100, $150 to tell you shit you should have known. Oh, you need Spotify, you need to get a Shazam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
simple petty shit.
and those are very small things. So
Petty
you be
shit.
thinking like niggas would know if you get $1 million advance, you're gonna have a 26% interest rate on that, and then you still gonna have to pay back all of your recording fees, all of the promotional fees,
that
all of the
shit.
marketing fees, all of the sales, and like that comes behind that. Not to mention anything they spend for you to go on a tour, which is which is 10 to 20 times higher if you are a woman. Because if you a guy, you'll need somebody doing your hair, doing your makeup, or a stylist necessarily. Big Rod get on that stage in a black t-shirt and jeans from H&M every night and go crazy. Glorilla has no such option. You know what I'm saying? So like these are the things that change depending on what gender you are, that type of like lighting that you want, where you're touring. The prices for those things go up in California and in Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know all of that. You be thinking like niggas know that, but do they really? Because
They-
niggas should have known to get a Shazam back in the day.
But it's fucked up though, cause like niggas is just lazy, cause Google tell you everything.
These are facts.
Yeah.
These are
Google will
facts.
fucking tell you what you need,
But also like
and they can't take it away because it's on the internet.
That's
Once it's on the internet, it's up there forever. Like anything in the world,
These are
I don't
facts.
give a fuck.
But you know what? And I think it might have been you, Chaz. But I can't remember if it was you or someone else. But somebody came on the show and raised an excellent point. You know what? Maybe it was Uptown XO. Shout out to him. That was
Shout
a
out
great
to
episode.
XO,
Yeah.
Brody.
Yeah.
So, man, we respect the legends up here. For sure.
Man, hell yeah.
And when you understand your history in this area, you gotta respect the legends. And I think it was actually him. Who said
Culture
like
over corporate.
yeah, like culture over corporate. And he was like, you know, it's easy to tell these youngins like, don't take that deal, right? Because if you can't bring a lawyer and a business manager in there with you who represent your interests solely, Before you step into that room, it's a good opportunity you're going to get taken advantage of, right?
Easy.
But niggas are hungry,
Yep.
desperate, and starving for reasons that are legitimate and fair, as well as unfair, based on the economic
Yep.
state of this country.
Everybody think they could flip.
Exactly.
They be like, oh, I could flip that.
Everybody
Whatever
think
they
that
give
can
me,
flip
I could
that.
flip that.
Right?
You
But that's
can't.
not always the case.
can't.
But you can't tell a nigga who's starving, who got kids, who looking to feed his mother, who looking to feed his family,
facts.
not to take $750,000 right now.
Yep.
Right.
And
So
they know it.
So I'm countering, but I understand that there's another
Yeah,
side to that
yeah,
too. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, if you desperate and you hungry, you got family to feed, you got bills to pay, you got debt behind you, that $750,000 look real good in comparison to what you might be able to do within 5 to 10 years on your own.
Yeah, man, it look good.
So I get
That's what I'm
that.
saying. It look good. These
That's
young,
why it works.
They don't think. So the question. So my thing is, and I totally agree, because they don't. You know, every day they don't know if they're gonna live or the next day, right?
Right.
So it's about, I'm gonna try to flip this, make sure the family's straight. I'm good, because the story ends the same for the most part with these artists. They never outlived the execs. None of them.
No.
Right? So now the hustle is, I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to die anyway. So I'm going to get this bread, little bit of bread, set the family
And the
up.
exec
I'm
bank on
gone
that too.
deuces. But now the thing is that we got to start thinking more of ourselves, because ultimately it's about peace of mind. Because
Right.
these artists are crashing out because they ain't got no peace of mind, knowing they getting taken. Everything is corrupt with them. They getting treated any type of way, and so now they out here suing the label and going because of peace of mind.
Facts.
So you know, but I understand these youngers, because again, I don't know if I'm gonna live tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nah, I mean,
But
I
you know what's
respect
crazy
that.
though? Every other major industry to this point has set up like learning courses for artists, for people who are making large amounts of money, to be able to know how to spend, to know how to budget, to be able to invest. The NFL does it now. The NBA does it now.
yeah, but
The music industry, which is a $3 trillion industry, by the way. Why is that like the only like the only situation that big, almost too big to fail, right? Why is it the only place where there like are not courses for these youngers to learn like how to spend their money?
Because
how
they
to
can
invest?
find the next person
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly.
yeah, I mean,
Like the NFL,
So
you ain't
dirty
gonna
game.
find the next LeBron like that. You ain't gonna find the next Jordan. You ain't gonna find the next Kobe. You ain't gonna find the next Ray Lewis. You ain't gonna find the next Patrick Mahomes.
well, the thing is too, I think, look at it, you brought a good point. The sports, from a younger, you were institutionalized from a younger, you know what I'm saying? From little league, Pop Warner here, college to the boom. So it's an institution type thing. Right. So I can set up these courses just like school, and I can teach you on stuff I want to teach you, to where you don't really go too far out the box.
Music is just
music
overnight.
Is a lot of wild cards in music.
It's a lot of overnight.
So if I teach you even a little bit, put a little bit of truth in these classes with music, with the being from, we from the streets,
Right.
Our wild cards, we very intelligent. Y'all could figure a way out to finagle something.
Right.
So I can't really institutionalize y'all the way I can do athletes. So I just have to play on your pain points in the music, and then get rid of you when it's time to.
And also,
I like
music
that.
is maybe the one place where the label makes more money posthumously. Right?
It does.
Nobody sell more records than a dead nigga.
Yeah, I got
At
time
all,
to get rid of you.
Ever. Dead niggas sell the
Pac and
most records.
Biggie went crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So did
You know
King
what I'm
Von.
saying? King Von shit went crazy.
I mean, like, that's the reality of the game. We got to tell the truth up here.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
niggas,
PNB.
they make millions off you whether you're here or not.
Yeah.
Whereas in sports, that has a very short shelf life.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a better quarterback, and granted, you have like legends who like always remember, rest in peace, Sean Taylor. But like for the most part, if an athlete die young, his replacement got drafted the next year.
But you just said it. So that just tell you, even them classes, they go broke after they retire. The majority of them. So them classes ain't really
100%.
doing nothing for real.
Nah. But they
Which is
still
crazy because the shelf life for an artist is about the same as an athlete. You're getting somewhere between 3 and 6 years at most. Right? That's the typical. Like that's typically how long an NFL player lasts. Somewhere between 3 and 6 years.
NFL don't have no dating. A lot of them don't
3
have
to
a
6
backup
years
plan.
max.
No,
3 to 6 years.
They be like, I'm good for
and it's
now.
3 on average.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah. You
For
know
a running back, you got 4 years. 4
4
years. You got 4 years as a running back. You know what I'm saying? You only 24. Like Ezekiel Elliott is 29. And niggas is like, he washed. I'm like, nigga, what? He's 29. I'm 36, my nigga.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bruh.
The body breakdown, yeah.
For sure.
Motherfucking, what was Derrick Henry, 30, 31, or some shit like that. And he's still doing him. But
no
I'm like,
one thought he was going to be this good for the Ravens.
Yeah.
No one.
Well, I did. I'm a Raven fan. I just knew.
Nigga.
You pay anybody with Lamar, you going to go off.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's just, come on.
But it was still.
Jaden
He and Drake was looking good with Lamar.
Jaden Daniels.
You know?
Terry McLaurin. God.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Daniels, bro. He
The
like
GOAT,
that.
baby
Who made it
GOAT.
to a championship?
The baby GOAT.
Wasn't you?
Yeah, he liked that. He liked that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, NFC. It's NFC.
It counts, nigga. Did
NFC
you get there?
different.
You
NFC
get there?
different, man. They cheated us, man.
Oh, here we go with this shit. Soon as niggas, we ain't getting in this thing. But as soon as niggas get to losing, all of a sudden motherfuckers cheating.
Man,
I hear it every
I
day
wish
when
we
my
had
man playing
a
Call
turn
of
to
Duty.
call. I wish we had a
Call of
turn. I
Duty. They
wish
cheated.
we had a turn.
You lost.
Y'all do.
Nobody cheated you in Call of Duty.
Man.
You lost.
Y'all had a Mark Andrews. He dropped the pass.
Zach Ertz ain't dropping nothing. When it was
Ertz ain't
clutch
dropping
time,
shit.
Zach Ertz came through for your boy.
He ain't dropping
He
shit.
came through for your boy.
Baby
Who else?
girl.
What's my man name? What's y'all wide receiver name? I like him.
Yeah, you got to guess.
What's the young nigga
Pick
name?
one.
No,
I know you're going Flowers though. Bro.
Yeah, Zay.
Flowers, young
Zay.
boy. He all right.
Zay is the dog.
Of course. And he was.
You know who ain't
injured
dropping no
before.
pass though? Terry.
Yeah,
The scary one.
Turn.
Shout out to the Commanders. Yeah,
You know what
no.
I'm saying?
Probably
Shout out-
going to the
shout out-
Super Bowl this year.
Shout out to the squad,
you know?
young.
Used to
I
sound
love
crazy
you.
when we said that, right?
I love y'all,
One
man.
game away. You know?
love
We ain't
y'all,
got,
man.
we weren't embarrassed, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got some Cowboys fans in the room.
man.
Trash. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to do that. You know, we ain't going to
man.
disrespect. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
man.
Like,
Hey,
there
the
should
Cowboys
be
went and got one of them good quarterbacks I like, though.
Yeah,
That boy
yeah.
Milton.
Yeah,
Joe
big
Milton.
brown guy.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he's solid.
I was like, damn, the Patriots are
Super
stupid.
solid.
I mean, they
Unlike
don't
the
know how
Commanders
to
who went got
work with
Debo
that type of
Samuel.
talent,
The
though.
No,
fuck?
that was smart.
No, it wasn't. He's
Why
not
wasn't it?
healthy. When he's healthy, yes. But he hasn't been healthy in like 3 years.
When? Look up how many games he's missed.
How many games did he miss last season?
Look up how many games he missed.
All right. I'm looking at it right now. That's
Look it up right now.
He cool rental.
Out of 17 games,
Contract for a rental though.
Because y'all don't have to pay nobody.
we ain't got to pay nobody.
Yeah.
But out of 17
That's
games,
the league, like the good GMs, including the Commanders, they've gotten good at like deferring.
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
they know
it's
how to
all
do
about
it.
it's all about restructuring.
Yeah.
You give somebody all that money and then restructure.
Yeah, that's
I
what the
do
good
think-
GMs are doing.
That's
I
what-
do
how
think
you
the
do it.
league was going
The
to,
Eagles are the best at that.
when the contract talks up, they're going to figure out how to not include the quarterbacks in the cap. I feel
Yeah.
like that'll be,
I mean, but you know it go up every year. So
yeah, so.
Debo only missed like 3 games last year. He was just on a horrible ass team.
Listen, man, I'm not, man. I like Jaden Daniels.
And the year before,
You're right. You
And-
played 15 games then.
and the year before that, and the year before that, he only missed like 2 games.
You're right. I still don't like it.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas be like Debo, niggas be like Debo, no, niggas be like Debo injured.
Give a shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be like Debo injured. He's not injured. He was on a bad team last year. They were injured. The
They
team
like
was
how
he
injured.
walk in the tunnel.
Because I remember, what's the
Yeah.
boy name when I take Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
His excuse was like, oh, we were burnt out because we went so deep in the playoffs the years before. I said, if this nigga ain't soft,
my nigga.
like, ew, like,
Nah, my
you're never
nigga.
gonna
Y'all
be
was
the
just,
guy,
y'all
Brock.
just,
Like,
it
not
was
talking
just,
like
it was
that.
just hurt. And I like the 49ers. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But they was just hurt. They was hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They lost everybody though.
They shot-
So
Done.
it was what it was.
You're back to who you used to be, and I'm so
But
glad
Debo-
about it.
Debo
There's
gonna
so
come
many
here.
49ers fans in this area. Man, fuck y'all. Let me just say
Go
it.
ahead,
Like,
damn.
where you get that from? Like, nigga, you niggas ain't even been to San Francisco. Like,
But you
none
know,
of you.
but you know where that come from? It's like how it is now. They was always on TV.
Joe Montana and them.
Yeah, they was always on TV. Jerry Rice and all them niggas,
Okay.
T.O., they was always on TV.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even if, like, we get the games,
yeah,
like,
you
so if
came-
our
like,
games
a lot
not
of
on,
kids came up watching that.
yeah, like, if our games, like, if we can go, like, next year, or like last year, like, I saw a lot of 49ers games. You know what I'm saying? If Dallas came on at 4 o'clock, 49ers came on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I saw their games because all our games was on Channel 9 this year. I don't know what the fuck was up with that shit. But it was a lot of fucking 49ers games on Fox. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wait, so you a 49ers fan?
no. I fuck with them though.
Okay. So who you a fan of, though?
The Commanders.
Okay.
All the way.
Just making
all the
sure.
way. Niggas know.
Until you get the hell out.
Yeah, nah. Niggas know my heart at. You know what I'm saying? You know my heart.
You know what I'm saying? Don't say you know real DC niggas.
Jane
that ain't
Daniels.
nasty,
You know what I'm saying?
Cowboys fans.
Oh yeah,
we ain't getting into that.
Look, I'm DC to the core. I like all DC sports teams.
Amen to that.
I like all.
Everybody know I'm a devout Wizards fan, and we are
cold ass. But I went to like 4 games this year. I went and got me a cool ass little baseball jersey they was giving
That's
out.
what's up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I paid $8 to go to the game. I was like, this is sad, bro.
not for real.
I was like,
Shout out DJ Heat, man. She be blessing me all the
Yes.
time. Like,
shout out to DJ
I'm at a
Heat.
lot of Wizards games, and it's all because of DJ Heat because she knows that I'm loyal. Okay,
Nah,
to the
facts.
reality. Like,
Super shout out DJ
like,
Heat.
Like for real. Shout out DJ Heat for making.
And my
sure
man
that I
DJ
can still go
Shalon.
see my team. Even
My man
when we're
DJ
ass. We
Shalon be
rebuilding.
up there
Give me
too.
back.
Shout out to Heat, man. Listen, I would take my sons to the game though. So yeah,
Heat, we gonna talk to you
for the
about that.
experience. Yeah, I talked to you about that.
We gonna
God
talk about that.
damn.
The games is cool. It's the end of the year now, but we would love tickets.
Don't be trying to use my niggas, man.
You see how I looked at the camera when I said it?
You
see how I looked at the camera? We would love tickets.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all need seats.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, get your shit together. Man.
You know, you
Come on,
playing
try
playing the cool ass 3-0 black up there. I seen it.
I don't like
You know what I'm
what
saying?
you got going on. I don't like what you got going on. And you know what? That's actually kind of a perfect segue. I know, right? I do this every show. Perfect segue. So, Tokyo, you used to play baseball, right?
Oh, forever. Damn, how the fuck you figure that out? This is like Narwhal.
Come on. Man. This is what I do, baby. This is what I do right here. You know what I mean?
It's like Narwhal
I'm
there,
telling
yeah?
you. I know you
Yes.
play baseball, right?
Yes, I played baseball for like 23 years of my
Had
life.
some scholarships too, right?
Yeah,
Play semi-pro?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Damn. That's all right.
That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, off your Narwhal shit. God damn, yeah.
I want to ask you an honest question. Right? When you look at maybe what could have been with baseball,
Oh man, I wish I would have did it. Fuck yeah.
regrets for real? Because you know what?
No, I
asked that
don't. But
question
I
before.
regret it, and I don't dwell on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't think about it because that's when you go into your little depression shit. You know what I'm saying? I be like, damn, I could have. Fuck, that could have been me.
Think about
That could have.
it.
When you keep saying that could have been, that could have been, that could have been, then you start believing it. Like I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're doing something with your life, but it still gets in your head that nigga I ain't do shit.
But
and
you know
then
what,
you
though?
just tell everybody.
You know why I asked you that? I've asked that on several shows, right? And some people, they have them and they list them. But I remember when DJ Heat came on here, right? Because she was talking about how, like, she had majored in radio when she went to college. And she was like, that feels so useless now, right? And so we were, like, talking about, like, regrets. And she was like, no, none. Wouldn't change a thing. Because if I change one of those things, it's like butterfly effect. Like, maybe it changes everything about where I am now, right? And I think that that's
a
true,
fact.
right? You become the $330 million baseball player, right? You become like a
But I don't have my kids.
right?
I
Maybe you don't have
have
your kids.
Yeah.
Honestly, like that's
Nah,
real.
that-
Like
nah,
these are the
that's facts.
things that could change
That's
as
facts.
a result of changing that one little thing in your
Yeah, because I wouldn't have lived.
Maybe you wouldn't even want kids
I
at
wouldn't
that
lived in DC.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have lived in DC.
You know what I'm saying? Like you change one thing, it changes
but
everything.
no,
could have-
but in reality though, and I love, look,
Kevin honest.
I love y'all. I love my kids.
You done made
You
the-
gonna see this, it's
you
all
done
right.
made the-
I
you done
love
made
my
the same
kids.
child
My oldest
born
probably
somewhere.
would. My oldest
Same
probably
name.
would.
You know
Look,
what I'm saying?
I love them.
Shut up, Chaz. As
No,
a
and
father,
I-
like
but-
shut up, Chaz.
But I love all
Those
my
fathers.
I love all my friends, all the people I met along the way. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But if I'd have took that shit from when I was in high school, like legit though, nigga,
They're regret.
yeah.
But you know what? They
Slight,
told us,
but,
in order
you
to
know,
survive, you gotta learn to live with regret. That's what it is.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't dwell on it. I just be like, all right, fuck it. I definitely say fuck it. I want to be a rapper.
So what happened though? What was the?
I said fuck it. I want to be a rapper. That was literally it. Like the nigga came up, like he used to come to, like when I was playing semi-pro, the dude used to come up to the games
Right.
from the Bay Sox. This was even before the fucking Nationals had a fucking team here. Like they like the nigga from the Bay Sox, I forgot his name, but he used to come up to me like at the semi-pro Jones and be like, "Just come try out." I'm like, "All right," wouldn't go, but he'll see me the next year at the same semi-pro Jones. I'm like, "Man, what's going on?" And we're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come out there. My man was with me when the dude walked up on me one day. Like this is no lie. So niggas be like, man, he probably lying. My man was with me. You know what I'm saying? And the dude was like, hey, what's going on? You need another one of my business cards and all that shit. Like, I was like,
So you just got bored with it?
With baseball?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just said I wanted to be a rapper.
You was that serious about it?
Yeah, I was that passionate. You know what I'm saying? But I love baseball. Like, that was my shit. Like I was him. Like, niggas be like, oh yeah, nigga, they was him in football, and I was really.
I heard something.
Yeah, I was really him. I was really, really good.
So in relation to that, right? When you look at like when you decided to take music seriously, right? How important do you feel like is encouragement and like having people around you who can kind of foster that growth, like in the process of it all, right? So if I was an artist and I kind of like just got into music, I realized like I love this thing, I have a talent for this thing, but I don't really have like any help, right? I don't really have any support. How important is that support and encouragement in terms of like you feel like building a rap career?
Excuse me. It's semi important. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. None of my men came to my show until I went to the Fillmore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like they always be like, you know what I'm saying? They listen to it in the hoods and shit like that. And like, I love them niggas to death. You know what I'm saying? But so my shit wasn't their cup of tea. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was a little different. I was like backpack / trap / you know what I'm saying? I would talk some street shit.
Definitely like was,
but I would dabble. Yeah, I would dabble in everything. I just wasn't their cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they would support me from a distance. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like they wouldn't come up to the shows and shit like that. But like on the back end, they would. Oh yeah, let me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with you on
you ain't got no yes man.
Hand off some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would do the videos, like you see my man, they in the videos and all that shit. They support all that shit. But like actually like coming to the Jones, nah, they ain't coming to like Fillmore's Howard Theaters, which was cool because that's like the bigger platform. They saw like, okay, that nigga grinded up to this motherfucking moment. I'm gonna go fuck with him. Yeah, they was like, I'm gonna go fuck with him here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They was like, I'm gonna go fuck with him here.
5, motherfucker. Bring a friend.
Like the Echo Stage show, them niggas bought VIP tables. They bought like 6 of them bitches. Like, when you know what I'm saying? It was just like, they was like, nigga, you doing the fucking Echo Stage?
Yeah.
Ain't you with Dolph? Yes, nigga, we there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, I just knew they were there. So like the show was 10 times better. They like, oh yeah, nah, this nigga is him. Like they listen to my shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they don't. But it was just like, you know what I'm saying? But like coming out to them open mics, they were like, nah, nigga, because
back at influence.
Yeah, my men, a lot of them ain't rap too tight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they good dudes. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
But they get into situations. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? They be like, man, I don't like, why the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's just. But yeah, but it's important, but it's not
necessary.
It's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because you can, like, I've had support from motherfuckers that I don't know that will come out and see me because they knew I was on this show.
For sure.
But that's
100%.
That's fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm building fans.
Yeah.
So fuck it. I don't give a fuck. If y'all not there, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like, we going tour or something, I know they'll be there or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I ain't really give a fuck.
Okay. I can appreciate that. Because I feel like, especially like when I look at a lot of like, I don't want to say newer artists because I don't think that that's accurate. But I think artists that are kind of like middle, like in that like mid point, like almost feels like a no man's land. Like, I'm not new to any of this. I've been here for a while, but like I still haven't like evolved to like where I think I should be.
Right.
And I feel like so often when I look at artists like kind of at that midpoint in their career or in their journey, that's often what I hear from them. Is like, if my friends supported me like they support Drake, if my friends supported me like they support Kendrick, or like they support this person or that person, like, I just feel like I'll be where like, nah, you don't need nobody.
You don't need them.
Like,
you don't need them.
You don't need
you trying to impress motherfuckers that don't know you.
Yeah.
Like, in reality.
Yeah.
Like,
and
let's be real.
To do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so much easier like, to impress people who have no idea.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. Like, honestly, your friends are either going to be your yes men or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, nigga, these 1,000 people that don't know who the fuck I am,
Yeah.
like I have like 7,000 followers on Instagram. I probably know like 4,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I probably know like 4,000. You know what I'm saying? Them other 3,000, I don't know these people. All right, so I'm gonna give them good content when they put it up there, or I'm gonna give them teacher content, or I'm gonna give them, you know what I'm saying, some type of comedic content. But if I was straight on music, it would be all music content. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like if I was back on music heavy, oh man, my shit wouldn't be no comedic
Back
shit on
on
my
music
IG.
heavy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So like when you look at kind of like the landscape of music, like where it is right now, right? In your mind, what's the difference between a good song and a bad song right now?
A good song.
Mind you, this is just your opinion. I'm
Yeah.
interested in your opinion.
So a good song has it's just like how it is back in the day, has a good melody, has something catchy. Like you have a minute and 30 seconds to catch somebody's attention.
Right.
You might have 30
Much
seconds.
less. Now
Might.
it's closer to like 7 to 8 seconds.
Yeah. Like if your beat come in gangster, if your beat come in with that bass line or something, you got my attention. If your first bar is ass, I'm cutting you off.
For real?
100%. But if the beat is catchy, if the beat's catchy, I'm listening.
I feel like the beat does so much of the work. I ain't gonna lie, that's why I like that new kid jump. Who's calling my phone?
The beat
I
do the work.
Who's calling my phone? I go like that. That
I can't.
first little intro of the beat.
I like that other song, the hug jump.
Give me a hug.
Give me a hug.
I don't like that one.
That bitch
It's okay,
crank.
but you know what I
Give
do
me a
like?
hug, give me a hug.
Raining in Houston.
Man, it's feeling the turtle on that one.
Jank.
But you know why you like it? Because it's a rip from Beyonce.
Facts.
That's why you like it.
But the kill is with that album. Let me go to that album real quick. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about this album. People jazzed it up so much. I'm gonna tell you something about this album. You could tell that was
Throwaways.
throwaways and that was Shorty album.
Party.
That was Party's album. That's all Party shit. Like if you listen to Party, or if you go back and listen to Party, or if you ever heard Party shit, that's his whole style.
Yeah.
Anyway, Drake just knows how to. He's a master of his craft. Drake can rap and sing on anything
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
in the world.
I really feel like Party ruined a lot of those songs. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I really feel like
Yeah.
if that was supposed to be Party's album, honey, it would have flopped anyway.
Yeah.
You better be thankful that he hopped on your album.
Yeah.
Because without Drake's verses, lyrics,
Agreed.
melodies, without Raining in Houston, that album sucks. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Your best songs on the album are Nokia
Drake's-
and Raining in Houston.
Drake's type shit. Drake he's a master of his craft though. Like you can't take the work ethic from him. Like
No
that
question.
nigga can go to any
The way
genre.
he like amplifies a song, like
Yeah.
I
It's
can't.
that's
What's
the
your, come on, what's
that's
your,
the
Just talking Drake.
Hey, no.
that's
That's the it factor.
I get it. Yeah, I just.
That's the it
I'm
factor
sorry,
we talking about
just,
though.
we talked Drake already. So.
But no, that's the it factor we talking about though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga hop on anybody's song and really make it.
Nah, fact.
He'll make you famous.
But also-
like it's only certain artists that could do that.
The other side to that is that Drake takes over something and you never get it back.
Yeah, fact.
So now that doesn't feel like we needed Party on that.
Good chess moves by Drake.
The only
Yeah,
chess
that's the
move.
problem. He always playing chess in these.
Because he needed to get back
So
in the
how
good
much of this is
graces.
real or authentic? Because
Drake.
if you take Drake off that album, it's not as good. But now that
But I
Drake
think
is
he
on the
could by
album,
himself.
if you take Drake off that album, it's a whole different album.
it sucks.
But no.
Sucks.
Party does something totally different if you take Drake.
Oh, maybe it's just that I don't like it. Okay, I take.
No, I'm saying he
maybe it's
does.
just that I
He
don't
does
like it.
a whole different.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
He does
his
a whole
style is
different.
different.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
I
old,
agree.
like Party's old shit. My nigga, that bitch.
So where Party been at anyway?
I mean, he's a writer.
This album.
Yeah.
I mean, I
he
think
was
so.
in jail for a little bit of time, so that's part of it.
I know he's a writer, and that's all.
So
I
he's
know what he
been
do.
out of sight, out of mind. See, Jack was a chess move.
I mean, come on, it's Drake is.
But he
deep.
just got home not too long ago. He helped them.
So these
Drake-
all songs we pre-recorded.
I'm gonna be honest with you too. Party got heavy. It makes a difference when you talking about sexy R&B. Now, if you start out and you're like, what's his name? El Mean. I think is the guy, like the new R&B guy. You gotta look this guy
I know you
up.
talking about. I
Like,
think I know you talking about.
tough, right?
El Mean.
Yeah, El Mean, right?
Yeah.
So beautiful voice, right? I mean, like pitch perfect.
For
Can
real.
sing anything, do anything,
He
right?
one of the fat
Also
boys.
plays, he a fat nigga though. But he started off like that, so I don't care because he's so talented, and this is
But
how
if you
he
come
came
in,
in.
if you come in off your
Yeah.
D'Angelo
Or
shit,
you
look like
Yeah.
D'Angelo now.
That's actually the perfect example because D'Angelo was not small like that on Brown Sugar. He became that on Untitled. He didn't stop like that though. D'Angelo was about your size when he was singing Brown Sugar, and then all of a sudden the nigga was, girl, it's out here, and it was something different going on down there. You know what I'm saying? But if you big and get small, I think it's different. Like if you start off as exactly
He got
who you
what
are, if
Angie
you start
Stone.
off Rick Ross, or if you start off at whatever
You
you
gotta
are.
let the ladies choose.
Yeah, you gotta
how
let
want.
ladies choose. But when you come in with a 6-pack and then you come back looking like Rick Ross,
They feel
I think
psyched out.
They gonna be like, oh, you a facade
I think
nigga.
that's a part of the
They
issue with
feel
Party.
robbed, you know.
I feel
I can't. I feel like
I feel that.
I feel like he gonna suffer until he get in the gym.
Party crank though. He's a better writer.
For sure.
He's a
For
better,
sure,
way
Party's
better writer.
better.
What he wrote Rihanna shit, right?
Yeah.
He's a way better writer.
Yeah, for sure. Party's a crazy writer. But if the album is called Some Sexy Songs.
Sexy songs for you. Yeah.
Yeah, you not sexy.
I mean, I didn't really like the
Little
album. I didn't.
You gotta lay off the Campbell.
I didn't really like the album. Now you know what album I did like though? GNX. Shout out to Kendrick.
Here
Man.
we go with this.
So I got a segue.
Okay,
Can I segue to it now?
I'd love to hear it.
No, to the segment now, because you brought something up.
Yeah, for sure.
So this segment is called Flip the Script, right? So I have a question for you. Would you rather have the perfect beat but struggle with your lyrics, or write the perfect verse but have to use mediocre beat?
Where am I in my career?
You at where you at now?
Today.
Today. I would rather. I'm a lyrics guy. I gotta have my lyrics. I don't give a fuck about the beat. I can make the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
right.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I've heard some songs where the music was ass, but the lyrics was so like that.
That's how I feel about fucking what's my man name? Joey Badass. I think his beats suck, but his lyrics crazy.
Yeah,
I
that's
think the last one, I think was called
His last one was
Down.
cool.
Yeah, I think the last one was
His
great.
that
But
last
also
one was
had
cool.
like more.
It was like
It
2009
had
or
Larry
some shit
June
like
on
that.
it, so I think there was some, some introduction.
I think Larry beats be ass, but his lyrics be
What?
some of them. Some of them.
Flag on the motherfucking play. You sit your ass down. You're not even on this
for
shit.
the most part, Larry June.
Some of
beat-
them,
well,
no,
it's
I
smooth.
fuck with
It's
Larry.
smooth.
I fuck with Larry. No.
I think
I'm
you
not
know what it is?
disrespecting Larry.
I
It's
think
some
you
of them
gotta-
beats be ass.
I think you got to fuck with West Coast music.
Yeah, I'm a
I
West
do.
Coast guy.
No, I
I'm
do.
a West Coast
But no,
girl.
I fuck with West Coast. I'm saying some of them
He
beats.
flawless from that perspective to me. I've heard
Some of them Jones be
maybe
ass.
a few joints that I was like,
That's what I'm saying.
But I would
some of them
say-
Jones was ass.
I would say he
Like
like
the
85-90%.
but the whole 2 Chainz, him and 2 Chainz don't flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey,
The album.
Alchemist. Come on.
That-
You know what I'm saying?
And it's a
So,
second
but
album.
he messed with those type producers. So,
I mean,
for
but
the
yeah.
most part, now if I go through his body of work,
Ricardo
his
got wings
project,
for the longest.
some
Yeah.
songs on there. It's
Yeah.
like for your voice, okay, you could have done what
He coulda did something else.
But she 85.
No. But that's why I said some of them.
Yeah.
I fuck with Larry. Don't do me like that.
I ain't like.
It's
I
like
can't
him
give
and
you that.
Primo. I fuck with Primo,
Primo,
too.
man, shout out to Primo. My
Shout
You know what
God.
I'm saying? They got that.
Come on the show, Primo.
What they call the player music, man. They got that P shit.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
I
That's
like
player
player.
music.
Yeah.
I
I've
like that
always
player
loved West Coast rap,
Yeah.
but I'm different.
It's sugar free. That's
Spice One for me.
yeah. That's what it remind me
Original
of.
gangster.
Yeah.
That's what it remind me of. Spice One, sugar free. It's that type of that player shit. Man. I like that shit.
So, Spice One was a little less play, a little more gangster.
Yeah, he was more gangster.
He was gangster, yeah.
Spice One was like him.
I still remember
Sure.
a John I should have never heard as a child. I still remember. I'm not gonna rap the whole thing, but listen, nigga made a whole song about his gun. Like,
Right.
Nah, facts.
Got another one for you.
All right.
All right, I wrote these down. Would you rather have your art change one person's life completely, or would you rather entertain millions without having a lasting impact?
Mm. Mm.
That's a good one. That's good.
Um.
Come on, man. You don't give about 10 seconds. I'm
I'm trying to think. Like one of them Jones. I'm just shit. Nah, because if you entertain, I mean, I'm just because it's like entertaining millions is like, and you don't have no impact.
No lasting
all the
impact.
time.
Like
Nelly.
Nelly had
Nelly.
no Nelly had an impact.
Yeah, not
What
lasting.
lasting impact did he have?
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Let me answer this question
Get to
first. I'm probably go with because one person. No, you can't say 10 or 20, 30.
No, he said one nigga.
person.
One person.
Are they completely?
As it is written, completely. Save a nigga life.
If it's saving a nigga life, I go with that. I'm gonna go with saving a nigga life.
Why?
Because it's saving a nigga life.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like if my music could stop you from offing,
that's for you.
You know what I'm saying? If my music could stop you from offing yourself or some shit like that, I'm totally fine with that. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Like how that Logic did that shit when he did that suicide jump though. He saved a lot of kids from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
so shout out to him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But in that situation, that's like that situation.
If your only hit is going to be one, that's the one.
That's the one, nigga. And you were rich forever off that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you good.
And he was going crazy off that.
Yeah, you good, my nigga.
Got my last one.
All right.
Because we talked a little bit about this off air. So this is perfect. Would you rather know exactly what your fans want, but feel uninspired creating it, or make exactly what inspires you, but not know if your fans will connect?
I feel like that's the ultimate artist question because that's really the battle when you get to a certain.
I mean, so it depends on what level I'm at again.
Right now, nigga.
If I'm at my right now stage, I'd rather get the fans what they want. I don't get the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get in there, you can do what you want.
That's true.
Too sure. Well, yeah, just for some.
I mean,
for some, because
we'll go.
You just
but we talking about right now. But we talking about right now too. I ain't got no major or nothing like that.
But if you get the fans they want and the major pick you up, this is what you on.
You can swing. You can change up because Wale did it. Nah. He gave the fans what they wanted, and then he did what he wanted.
What was that? Explain that.
Wale gave the fans what they wanted. He gave them people that Lady Gaga shit. He gave them that uppity. He gave them that. He gave them the industry way, and then he did. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna do my shit. I'm gonna go into my deep detail, my depression shit. I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna speak my truth. You know what I'm saying?
ADHD what the fans wanted or what he wanted to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
I don't know.
You know, I'm a historian, baby.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessary.
I don't know.
I
don't think that was necessarily.
Y'all know I'm coming with it, baby.
It was a little bit of.
I don't know.
Hope he was trying to.
Yeah, I mean,
but I never count. For me, I never count that first album anyway. For some reason, for his very first one, I don't. It was that second project. I feel like.
What was the second one? Ambition? No, it wasn't Ambition. It was the joint. It was Gold.
Nah, that wasn't it.
That was the second album.
It was.
Let's get up.
It was Ambition.
Ambition was the second.
It was Ambition.
Are you sure?
Ambition.
We gonna tell you for sure.
I thought it was the joint. It was Gold.
I know what you know. I think that was
Gifted. You thought
Gifted?
Gifted.
Yeah,
that was.
It wasn't the Gifted.
Ambition.
Gifted was ass, by the way.
Ambition.
Gifted was cool. It was cool.
Ambition. I mean, I like the first one.
Ambition crank.
We're all wrong.
What was it? I was about to say self something.
No, it was Ambition was the second
yeah.
album. You're right. Ambition was second. We was right. The Gifted was third. The album About Nothing was fourth.
That's your crank.
And then it was Shine. Wow, That's Crazy. More About Nothing. Oh wait, for Lauren too. And then More About Nothing.
The mixtapes Wale was flawless. I fuck with mixtape Wale. I like mixtapes. I like everybody mixtapes more than the albums.
Okay.
Just like J. Cole
Top
shit.
3 mixtapes all time.
All time shit.
Yeah, that's tough.
Dream Chasers 2. Cushion Orange Juice. Cushion Orange Juice, String Chasers 2, and I will go with. I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with my man. I'm gonna go with he turned it into an album, but I'm gonna go with Section 80.
Okay.
I'm go with Kendrick.
Sure.
Okay. Chaz,
I can't answer that one right now. I
gotta try.
Man, that's
You gotta try.
Ooh.
All right, what if I give you some choice?
Give me some choice because this guy, man.
Okay.
3 ain't enough for mixtapes. But Cushion Orange Juice probably because of that impact. I remember I was living a fast life when that album, that mixtape came out.
How about I give you? How
about I
give you 3?
Okay.
You give me 2. Your favorite 2 of those. Dedication 2. Right, you got to pick 2. You can only pick 2. Dedication 2
is legendary.
The Drought 3. Trap or Die.
Dedication 2.
Okay.
Trap or Die was legendary.
Man, one more, man.
So you gotta do 5. Why you gotta do
Gucci has some stuff I would love,
gotta get out of here.
5.
It's too many. We gotta get the hell up out of here. He get 2.
All right, I'm gonna go. All right, Gucci, my man, but I'm gonna go with Rocco.
The G, what was it called? It was like
not Gift and Gab. Was it that one where everybody wants to be a star on that one?
I think so. Or the jump where it was like a name.
No, it wasn't wordplay. It was
It was like different.
It was Gift. I think it was Gift for Gab. I've been focused on the money. Woo, yeah. I'm gonna go with
Okay, solid.
Was that self-made? Focus on the money. Everybody wants to be a star.
Nah, what was?
I don't think so.
Damn,
I think that was different.
Yeah, it passed, but yeah, it's. We're gonna revisit this one.
Yeah, we gotta revisit that one.
Gift for Gab was legendary.
We're gonna do a whole show on mixtapes, man, because we could go on and on.
We're gonna revisit that
mixtape. Yeah, because Wayne is in my top 5.
Wayne
is one of the greatest rappers. One of my favorite rappers.
We definitely gonna end it right there because I don't agree with that at all. We could bring you back.
Yeah, she don't like.
Not Wayne fan. Never happened.
You know Wayne?
Rocco De Niro. Was it that one? Yeah, Rocco De Niro, The Empire. Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck you mean you wasn't a Wayne fan?
Wasn't a Wayne fan.
She wasn't.
Don't get me wrong. Like he had, hits. Like he was.
Artists come here every episode. Like what? You wasn't a Wayne fan? You don't like Wayne?
No, never.
I mean that's crazy.
I wasn't in and I ain't now.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I get you. But like
Rocco the Empire, Rocco De Niro, that's the one. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Rocco the Empire, Rocco De Niro.
Going steady. That was my.
But like, I think if I give you like maybe like, and I ain't even necessarily saying top 3, but 3 of my favorites all time, right? It'll give you some context, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going Dom Kennedy's Yellow Tape. That might be number 1 on my list for sure. I just feel like it set the tone for like everything that you hear now from coming out of the West Coast. Yeah, there is nothing happening now that he wasn't doing.
It was cool.
So I'm going Yellow Tape. I'm going Friday Night Lights.
I'm glad you did J. Cole.
Cole Jones was fire.
Mm-hmm. And Section 80.
Bet. Okay.
So that's my top 3.
Hey, now my man Neighborhood Nip had that shit too. He would have been in my top 5.
But I feel like, I'm going to be honest, and then we're going to close it out for sure. I feel like, no question, it was Album of the Year. There's no doubt about that. But I feel like Victory Lap was such a flawless body of work. Mm-hmm. To not give him the credit of having a near perfect rap album.
No.
Like, we don't even gotta, like, we know the mixtapes was fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no
but
question.
No, Victory Lap was one of the
perfect rap album, and then to lose your life in the midst of what would have been, like, a meteoric rise in his career. Like,
yeah, he was really on his way. Like, really.
No question. Because, no question, like...
Niggas say that shit all the time. Like, he was on his way. Nah, that nigga...
And I know, like, why... I understand why Cardi won Album of the Year that year. Because her rise to fame was
that shit was... Her shit was cool, too.
She was... And it was a great album. Don't get me wrong. Like, Invasion of Privacy is a great album. Is it better than Victory Lap? Absolutely not. But she had such an incredible career path that year.
Yeah.
It was just impossible to ignore.
Yeah.
And that's really what it was. But they felt bad about that and then gave Nip and I think it was Roddy the Grammy the very next year.
Yeah.
So, posthumously, which is like the Grammys.
What sucks.
But
we gotta revisit that though. I just want to shout out to because another mixtape that I had a hand in. Nothing else matters, young sir. That what got us.
Facts.
That got us
Facts.
signed. Well, we declined the deal, but that got us into the game right
Facts.
there.
Word.
For real.
Facts.
As far as
We're gonna have a mixtape conversation, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I swear, like I get it, because we could go on and on and on.
Man,
about
look,
it, man.
because
Like
the Hendrix 2 Tokyo Crow joint was crazy.
shout out to
Talking
you.
about.
you know
That's
what
it.
I'm saying? That's true, man. Because you know what I'm
do it.
saying, the road to paradise, you know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah,
and
man.
Dirty Gospel,
You.
that thing was fire
Yeah.
too. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
man.
Like, you know
Nah,
what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Still on the DSP.
It went crazy.
For real, we gonna bring Tokyo back though, man. This was a beautiful conversation. I'm so glad we got to sit down with you, brother, and,
Nah, I
and
appreciate
discuss like
y'all.
your legacy, your importance to everything that's happening right now, and I hope we get part 4 from you, man. You said that 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, man.
I've been
Look,
waiting, motherfucker.
Hendrix,
You know what I'm saying?
Hendrix 4, yeah.
Like when is
Eventually.
it coming?
Eventually.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Get
It's
your
only,
socials and
it's
let's
only
get
gonna be
the
like
fuck
7
outta here.
tracks.
For real.
I'm only gonna do like
So
7.
it's like
Let's do-
everything now.
Let's
So
do 11.
Yeah,
there you go.
I would, but niggas' attention spans, you know, minute and 30.
No,
Maybe less.
Facts.
Maybe
Fact.
less.
Speaking of attention spans, give us your socials. Let's get the fuck up out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Tokyo Crow, TOKYOCROW, spelled the correct way. We all graduated. This is Tokyo Crow, THISISTOKYOCROW. Twitter, what is it? TikTok. There we go. Tokyo Crow, Twitch, Tokyo Crow 1. Yeah, we're gonna get the fuck out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. It was definitely a dope experience. Definitely a dope conversation. I'm buzzed. Whatever the fuck we drinking, this shit is
Get you right
IT.
up here.
IT, not talking computers. Yeah, man. Shout out to the mids, man. We got this thing going on. It's coming soon. My brother Kane over there. The mids is definitely coming, man. No Diddy. We definitely got some motherfucking shit going on, man. Stay tuned. Videos is gonna be crazy. Videos gonna be lit. Yeah.
We want to see it. Chaz.
Chaz DL, all platforms. You know what it is. Like, share, and subscribe. You want to hear podcasts, and oh yeah, go get that Bird by the Door audiobook out now. Please go check it out. Mia.
For
Close us
sure.
out.
And I am, of course, your host at Mia Was Here. You can find us on IG, TikTok, X, whatever you like, at You Weren't There podcast. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate you guys always tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. God's blessings. We see you next week.
They not like us.